What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grind. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd. This channel I give my nerd views on today's nerd news, but I also give my reviews on, comic book episodes. And today I'm giving my review on Black Lightning, and it's gonna be on episode 6 called 3 Sevens, The Book of Thunder. And it was a really good episode. There was a lot of talking between a lot of different people, but hey, you know what? You can't just have an episode with all action. And this is where it kind of stood out, because let's just start off with, because I'm sorry I didn't do an episode with I didn't do a review with the last episode, but I'll just give a quick recap, which is last time, Allison makes a suit. She goes to a costume store, she gets herself like a superhero suit, which is pretty like the old kind of generic ones where it's just spandex and all that. I mean, she looks sexy in it, but it ain't gonna really do any good. But so you think. But she finds out about Grandpa's research and Alan Pierce, and then like he died probably because of this research he was doing. So and then we find out that Tobias killed Black Lightning's grandfather, and he did this while Black Lightning was still, I know, sorry, the colors are like switching up on you, but he does this while Black Lightning was underneath the bed. And then you find out that Tobias has all this crazy strength because of this drug that was given to a bunch of kids, and I think maybe Black Lightning probably got his powers from this as well. But overall, then the next thing you see is you see that Black Lightning went to go find this, let's call him the second lackey, and go and basically find out, because he knows that Tobias is back in town because of the drugs. And he goes, confronts a lackey inside an alley, and he's beating him, whipping the lackey's ass, but then he starts getting his head, his migraines, and which was happening throughout the episode, and he ends up getting his kind of butt kicked too, and he's left on the ground, and that's how the episode ends. Now, going into this episode, you start off, basically you see cops preparing to go get ready to get for something. And I'm like, I know they're probably going for Black Lightning. And yep, they are. And that cop, or the detective that talked to Black Lightning, yeah, you find out that they've worked together before as well in the last episode. So he's like, okay, I'm going to have to take him down. So they're going. Black Lightning, he's still in an alley. He tries to get up, but he drops back down to his feet. And then luckily his boy, Gamby, which is his tailor, he goes and scoops him up, puts him in a van, and dip off. The lackey number 2 goes over to Tobias and basically tells him like, yo, I just was, Tobias like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why you messed up? He was like, yo, I just fought with Black Lightning. Yo, I almost had him. Dude was almost dead. And I'm like, yo, don't ever say you almost had him like that. You should have just said he whipped your ass, because if you say you almost had him, the evil guy's usually gonna be like, dude, why did you let him live? So that's what happens. Chokes him up, like, yo, and you let him live. He's like, you hit me with something. I called the cops to go get him. So we're like, all right, Black Lightning dies tonight, which he doesn't. As soon as he said that, I was like, I don't know. Like, I just thought that was kind of like, why you slip that line in the episode, knowing damn well there ain't gonna be no repercussions or worries about Black Lightning as far as him. So anyways, yeah, so Evelyn, not going to the next thing, you see Evelyn got called in by Gamby to, the warehouse or wherever their lair is, and she's like, checking them out, having a scan, saying that you heal fast. You don't heal as fast as you used to, but you're still twice as fast as normal humans. So, that's still good. And while she's checking him, he keeps on trying to make these moves because he loves her and he wants to get back with Evelyn. But he puts his hand on her, and she's like, no, I can't do this. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, sorry. Like, she's like, no, I can't, because of, sorry, get that music going again. Because, I can't do this with you coming back and getting hurt. I saw you before and I can't do this again. So, that's all she kind of snaps on him. Then you got Allison that goes into a protest with some water guns shooting at this statue, because apparently it's something that has been going on in the news lately about schools or statues of Confederates or whatever, like these people that were sort of racist, had slaves or whatever, but they still have the statues up, and they basically just start squirting it with some pink paint or whatever. Then the cops roll up, or security rolls up and arrests them. They get taken away. Then you got you got Evelyn. She's talking to her coworker, and the coworker's like, "Yo, you okay?" She was like, "Yeah, just late night." He was like, "Oh, with some people." She was like, "Nah, insomnia." So she tells him to go get her some coffee because he leaves like some brain scans of the people that are on this drug called green light. So she goes and holds up the scanners that she had of, I guess, a black lightning, and they look sort of similar. And he's kind of peeking in, sneaking, so he's a little suspicious. So anyways, going on to that, Black Lightning bails out Allison. And the funny thing is, when he bails her out, Jen's like, "Girl, you stay getting locked up. You stay getting arrested." And she was like, "Oh, please." And then when they get out of the police station or whatever, and they're walking in the hall, that's when Black Lightning was like, "Yo, what are you doing? They ain't like you don't have the privileges of a white woman. Like, yo, they will clip you quick. Don't think that it won't happen, and I don't want to see you get hurt." And she's like, she's not really caring because I didn't know. I'll let you know later, but I just thought she had some strong strength, but she has a little bit more. So anyway, she goes, "Okay, I understand," and they walk off. And while he's saying this, he's like, "Yo, there's a time you got to learn to just walk away." Meanwhile, she walks away. He's looking in the mirror, realizing he should be saying this to himself because, you know what? He's trying to kill Tobias. You know what I'm saying? He should just lay low, whatever, and just live his life as a principal. But anyways, going on to the next thing, you got the sisters, and the sister Allison, she's doing some research, on the grandpa. Then Jennifer, she rolls up in there saying, "Could you check this paperwork?" And she checks it. He's like, "It's perfect." But you knew that. She was like, "Yeah, because they want to have little girl talk." And basically saying that, like, oh, she feels guilty that she wants to that she wants to go out, and she doesn't want to just be sitting on the side with Khalil because he's crippled now. And she was like, "Am I bad for that?" She was like, "No, you're not bad." So they had the little sister talk. Meanwhile, you got Black Lightning talking to the tailor, which is Gamby. I'm gonna just call him name Gamby now. And he's talking to him, and he's like, "Yo, what's going on with these headaches?" And he was basically saying, "There's feedback. The suit I told you wasn't ready, and like you've been building up this energy, and it's giving feedback, which is giving the migraines." He was like, "All right," and he was like, "Yo, I'm just gonna go after Tobias." He was like, "Yo, all right, just calm down. Maybe we shouldn't do that. How do you know it's Tobias?" He was like, "I know Tobias is here." He was like, "Yo, how come every time I bring up Tobias, you with me taking down criminals, but when it comes to Tobias, you just be backing off?" He was like, "No, what are you talking about?" Man, suspicious, like, but so it's he kind of just left and stormed out. Meanwhile, you got the tailor. He calls and talks. He goes and sneaks into Evelyn's office, and he tells her, like, "Yo, Evelyn, he wants to kill Tobias. You need to talk to him." She was like, "Yo, get out my face. I already, like, this is y'all. This ain't with me. I already told you I didn't want him doing it. You brought him back in. You just deal with it." So she kind of shut him down right there. The Black Lightning goes and he kind of Googles. Meanwhile, Jefferson or Black Lightning, he's Googling albinos because Tobias is albino, and finds out that it's his doctor that specializes in albinos. So you got Allison goes to talk to Mom, and she gives her like basically the research that her dad was doing or her granddad was doing. And she was like, "Yo, could you check this up?" And she was like, "Yo, there's something going on." She was like, "Yeah, I'll tell you when she's ready." So I'm like, "All right." Then you got Black Lightning. Black Lightning goes to see the doctor. The doctor's she was like, "Oh, who are you?" He's like, "Please don't hurt me." He was, "I'm not gonna hurt you." He was like, "Yo, do you work for Tobias?" He was like, "He never tells me the name. He just calls up, tells me to stay after work, and then I go and do some checkups on him." He was like, "Yo, he knows where I live. He knows where my kids go to school. I can't do this. He will kill us. He'll kill us all." He was like, "Yo, don't worry. Just give me." He gives him a phone. He's like, "Yo, just give me a call when he comes through, and I'll come and I'll take care of it. Make sure there's no, because he's planning on killing this dude, yo." So, anyways, the dude's pleading. Oh. Next scene, sorry, I'm just getting my notes in mixed up. So in the Black Lightning, he goes to school as a principal, and then that's when the fine vice principal shows up to him and shows him that there's this thing going online about his daughter. Basically, it's like his daughter's picture with a white girl dancing body, and then basically the subtitle is from King Khalil, which is a boyfriend apparently, but it's saying like Black Becky, who dances like a white girl but still has the nappy hair. So then the father goes and talks to his daughter, and she was like, "Yo, is this okay?" And she was like, "Yo, I don't have no problem." They started going back. They started rashing on the girl that was trying to beat me up before with the video, but this one it kind of hurts because it's Khalil putting this thing out. So and then he was like, "All right, maybe you should give him time." She was like, "No, I want to talk to him." So she goes to talk to him, And that's when meanwhile this is happening, you hear with the principal and then Alice in the office how there was some to retroact the protest that the black people did, spray painting. Some white protesters, they one of them was crazy and drove through with a car through the crowd and killed this black girl, I believe. And so that was on the news. But you got what's it called, Jennifer. She goes to talk to Khalil, and basically she's like, yo, what's going on? Like, how could you do this? And he's like acting all mad disrespectful, and he basically blaming her. He was like, yo, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been there. I was only there for you because you had to do this thing with your sister or whatever, whatnot. You wanted to do this stuff. He was like, yo, if I didn't go, you're the reason why I'm in this chair. Why? Like, yo, I did everything right. I never did drugs. I didn't drink. I went to school. I got good grades. I went to church every Sunday. And this is how I got repaid. So she was like, don't look for that. He was like, yo, I'll pray for you. He's like, yo, your prayers don't mean nothing. So pretty much, she just goes off and just, he doesn't care anymore because he lost his hope. And then Allison goes to the memorial, the statue dressed up in all her, her superhero gear, and she gets mad and stomps, and the statue shatters, and then she runs off and calls her mom. Meanwhile, you got the Taylor Gamby calls Evelyn, be like, yo, Black Lightning's about to go, because Black Lightning gets a call from the doctor that Tobias is showing up. So then she's like, yo, okay. So he tells her like, yo, you're the only one that can get through to him. So Black Lightning's up on the roof, charging up these gathering electricity, about to shoot Tobias or whatever. It looks like that's what he's about to do. But then he gets a call from Evelyn. And then the wife is like, yo, like, I know you're not like this. But then all of a sudden you hear like some crashes or whatever. He was like, what's that? She's like, someone's just broke in. He was like, yo, I'll be right there. So he goes and dips off. Meanwhile, I'm thinking in my head, yo, you promised this guy you take out Tobias. Hopefully he can play it off so that Tobias don't think something's shady, because he will kill him and his family. I'm just saying, that's what will happen. So all I know is I was kind of worried about the guy. Meanwhile, he's going to save his wife. And while she's going to save up, the daughter, she's already going over to the hospital because the mom said to come see me. Because the daughter just was breaking down after she broke the statue, so wanted to go pretty much confess and tell the mom about her powers. So that's when the daughter, Allison, rolls up in there and see these two guys with her mom tied up. And she was like, yo, let her go. They start shooting. That's when you find out this chick is bulletproof. Bulletproof. So then the thing's just boxing off of her. He goes over and she basically just smacks him around, knocks him down. Like she was like, yo, you saw that gun didn't work for him, so why would it be different now? So she pretty much just pimp slaps this guy across the room, gets knocked, and chases him off. And then she goes to go untie her mom. That's when Black Lightning shows up, doesn't know that the daughter is a good guy, thinks that she's tying up the mom, and then starts fighting her. And then the fight was pretty cool, whatever. Like the daughter definitely could hold her own because dead, but in the end, the dad finally knocked her ass out. So then he realizes that's his daughter. So then you see her go, him and they're on a little truck because they call Gamby, and they go grab her up, and they basically go and take them back to home. While this is happening, you got Gamby goes and meets up, and you find out that he knows Lady Evelyn, and he's like, yo, she's like, how'd you get in here? He was like, I taught you everything you know. I didn't teach you everything I know. She was like, that's so corny. And I'm like, and then basically, Lady Evelyn worked for the NSA or whatever, and she just left. So I guess they're both doing, I don't even know, there's some shadiness going on with Gamby. It's all crazy, mad mystery, but I like it, you know what I'm saying? And then Allison wakes up and sees that, sees her mom just turns to the left and sees that her dad has his mask off, and her dad's Black Lightning. So then that's how the episode ends. So she's like, Dad? Next episode, basically she's going to be asking him to train her. And I'm down for that. Definitely looking forward to that. And I would love to see this thing happen. But I think it's a little too soon. But I think the other daughter, Jennifer, might have some power too, because when two girls were trying to jump her, she kind of like took them off quick and broke the other girl's wrist without even trying. So, we'll see how this turns out, but definitely looking forward to the next episode 7. So that's pretty much my review for Black Lightning. Remember to just comment down below, tell me what you like. I love to talk about these shows, and just subscribe. Check out my last review of a Black Lightning episode, and check out my playlist of all the shows that I review. So remember, I'm Muskrat. You've been watching Urban Nerd. You've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next review.